love shows like this that show like the before and after and the renovation of like just what goes into it. Plus, you add in the human emotion part, and then I just sit there in front of the TV for hours. The human effect comes in for helping people, but also because you guys are a family that have been doing these projects together for ever. How is this show kind of different from the past TV projects you guys have done?
The shows we've done in the past, we target individual homeowners. We go in, a homeowner's been taken by a bad contractor and they don't really have a way out, and we've gone and we help them. On this, we're targeting an organization that makes a big impact on their community. It's on a much bigger scale. What I like to think of it as, it has a large impact for generations to come. So we're not just helping the community now, we're helping the community for generations, and learning about the stories of the nominator, the hero, the individuals that are a part of this organization. So to be able to help people on this large of a scale was a dream come true.
It's such a good feeling to give back and to help people that are in need, whether it be financially or any kind of situation. So to be able to move on to help communities is just such a wonderful feeling.
Now, I know the magic of TV will fit it, nicely into a time frame. That's not always the case with renovations and things like that. How much of a toll does that take when delays happen and the inevitables happen?
So mixing construction and television already is very, very difficult, because they're two industries that shouldn't really work together, because you have sound on one hand where they're like, okay, you can't make noise in the background, but this is a construction site and we need to keep this job moving. When delays do happen, it's really about how you handle it. Sometimes you have to push the job, sometimes you have to scramble, but that's one thing I love about this industry, is you have to think on your feet. You got to be quick and you got to be a good problem solver.
So obviously you guys are brother and sister. I have a brother, and I know, 98% of the time I love him to death. But that 2% of the time, how does that affect working together?
It's interesting. I've been working for my dad since I was 14, so I'm 31 now.
Like you said that.
Yeah, it's in the end. Listen, I'll start with that, but in the end, it's a positive. Okay, so we'll work towards that. We've butt heads a lot, especially myself and my dad. I don't know if it's being the two males, but we tend to butt heads a lot more, I think, than him and Sherry. But
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. But over the years, I think that has grown our respect for each other. We've set a lot more boundaries, and we get along great now as a family. It definitely has its ups and downs. There was a point where I was like, family businesses, they're not for me. But, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm happy. I love my job. We all get along great now. And I think it's been a bit therapeutic as a family to do this together.
I think there's also a level of comfort, which is really great. You're right. There is 98% of the time, the relationship can be great. There's always a little bit of strain sometimes, or disagreements, or, he'll just do something that drives me up the wall. But I think that's normal in a sibling relationship. But we've worked together for so long at this point. When we were younger, of course, I think it was a little bit more difficult, but you learn, you grow up, and I'm so comfortable working with both him and my dad. It's easy to say, Michael, come and help me. Michael actually taught me how to read a measuring tape when I first started on the construction crew. And so I was so embarrassed and so afraid that I didn't know what I was doing. I actually hid behind pillars, and he had to teach me how to do that. So it is very comforting to have someone that you have that relationship with on a job site.
I think what she's trying to say is I'm an incredible little brother.
Don't say little, you look older.
Oh, ow.
It's more than just your family. You're married to a contractor as well, correct?
Yes, yeah. My husband, his name is Blake. He's actually our
general contractor. He's our GC. Yeah, he runs the job site, so he takes care of things both behind the scenes. I don't know why I'm answering this for you, Sherry.
Because I just couldn't think of his title. Blake to me is Blake. He does everything. Honestly, he works until probably 9 o'clock at night sometimes. But he coordinates a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, the filming. He is a framer by trade, so yeah, it runs in the family.
Did you ever have a choice not to be in this industry?
Yes. I guess yes and no. He asked me if I wanted to work for him one summer, and I said, yeah, sure. I want to make some money. I was 14 years old, and I went to work with him, and I loved it. I loved being physical. I felt like I was getting a workout on the job site. I was working with my hands. I was doing something different every day. I was, able to start something at the beginning of the day and then at the end of the day, see what I've accomplished. So the short answer is yes, I could have done something different, but I guess fate brought me here.
As a woman in a male-dominated industry, I think it's really important to kind of spread that message that women are not limited to or should be boxed into any specific career. We can do anything we're good at, anything we want to do, anything we put our minds to.
There's a huge stigma in the skilled trades, and part of that is that if you're not good in school, well, it's okay, you can fall back and do a skilled trade, but that's not what the skilled trades is. I think it's important for the younger generation to slow down, just focus on what you want to do. Try a trade if you like it. I think education is extremely important, no matter what you're doing. For me, I went to school for carpentry. I think no matter what you do, you should become educated in that field, but you should not feel pressure from your family, from your peers, from your teachers to go to school right away. If you don't know what you're going to do, just slow down, take some time to think about it.
It is the stigma of being in the trades. People do think it's a fallback career, which is absolute nonsense. We need trades workers. You can be such a passionate, amazing person at what you do. And there's so many different careers underneath the skilled trade umbrella, which I actually didn't know myself. And I had a lack of knowledge to a lot of it. I didn't think I wanted to work in the trades, but I just didn't try it. I didn't open myself up to that option. And I think that's unfortunately a lot of what's happening lately. Go out and try something new. You never know what you're going to be good at until you try it.
On that note, I'm going to take out this wall and I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Well, just, call us, video calls, whatever you got to do. We'll walk you through it.
Right. Put some of that TV magic on it.
This is Holmes Family Effect.